Every advance in civilization has been denounced as unnatural while it was recent. A man without a bias cannot write interesting history. The trouble with the world is that the stupid are cocksure and the intelligent are full of doubt. We love those who hate our enemies, and if we had no enemies, there would be very few people whom we should love. The fundamental defect of fathers is that they want their children to be a credit to them. Patriots always talk of dying for their country, and never of killing for their country. Acquisitiveness, the wish to possess as much as possible of goods, or the title to goods, is a motive which, I suppose, has its origin in a combination of fear with the desire for necessaries. Many orthodox people speak as though it were the business of skeptics to disprove received dogmas rather than of dogmatists to prove them. Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted W. Humankind has become so much one family that we cannot ensure our own prosperity except by ensuring that of everyone else. If you wish to be happy yourself, you must resign yourself to seeing others also happy. I found one day in school a boy of medium size ill-treating a smaller boy. I expostulated, but he replied, "The bigs hit me, so I hit the babies, that's fair." In these words, he epitomized the history of the human race. Politics is concerned with herds rather than with individuals. Man is a credulous animal, and must believe something. In the absence of good grounds for belief, he will be satisfied with bad ones. The only thing that will redeem mankind is cooperation. Love can flourish only as long as it is free and spontaneous. It tends to be killed by the thought of duty. To say that it is your duty to love so, and so is the surest way to cause you to hate him of her. The total amount of undesired sex endured by women is probably greater in marriage than in prostitution. To fear love is to fear life, and those who fear life are already 3 parts dead. It is normal to hate what we fear, and it happens frequently, though not always, that we fear what we hate. A gift is pure when it is given from the heart to the right person at the right time and at the right place, and when we expect nothing in return, it's easy to fall in love. The hard part is finding someone to catch you. Of all forms of caution, caution in love is perhaps the most fatal to true happiness. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Men are born ignorant, not stupid. They are made stupid by education. A stupid man's report of what a clever man says is never accurate because he unconsciously translates what he hears into something that he can understand. Science may set limits to knowledge, but should not set limits to imagination. Whoever wishes to become a philosopher must learn not to be frightened by absurdities. One of the symptoms of an approaching nervous breakdown is the belief that one's work is terribly important. I would never die for my beliefs, because I might be wrong. Now and then, hang a question mark on the things you have long taken for granted. Neither acquiescence in skepticism nor acquiescence in dogma is what education should produce. To endure uncertainty is difficult, but so are most of the other virtues. Religions, which condemn the pleasures of sense, drive men to seek the pleasures of power. Most people would die sooner than think. In fact, they do so. The hardest thing to learn in life is which bridge to cross and which to burn. Knowledge, like other good things, is difficult, but not impossible. The dogmatist forgets the difficulty, the skeptic denies the possibility. Beware the man of a single book. Not to be absolutely certain is, I think, one of the essential things in rationality. Whatever we know without inference is mental. What is more enviable than happiness? Dogmatism is the greatest of mental obstacles to human happiness. Good nature is, of all moral qualities, the one that the world needs most, and good nature is the result of ease and security, not of a life of arduous struggle. What is wanted is not the will to believe, but the will to find out, which is the exact. What is wanted is not the will to believe, but the will to find out, which is the exact opposite. It is preoccupation with possession, more than anything else, that prevents men from living freely and nobly. The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Men fear thought as they fear nothing else on earth, more than ruin, more even than death. Fear is the main source of superstition, and one of the main sources of cruelty. To conquer fear is the beginning of wisdom. No man is liberated from fear who dare not see his place in the world as it is. No man can achieve the greatness of which he is capable until he has allowed himself to see his own littleness. Neither a man nor a crowd nor a nation can be trusted to act humanely or to think sanely under the influence of a great fear. War doesn't decide who is right, war decides who is left. No nation was ever so virtuous as each believes itself, and none was ever so wicked as each believes the other.